I was heading out of Melbourne about a week ago, heading towards Mildura, and it was getting a bit late, so I decided to look for a spot to sleep for the night. I found a place called Alphingston just off the Calder Highway, and I spent the night there. The next morning I drove further, and towards the end of the day I found a bush camp called Leanganuk Bush Camp, and this is on Mount Alexander, which is about 764 meters above sea level. It was a really nice campsite, had toilets and everything, a lot of trees, and there were quite a few people there. A lot of people come and hike in that area. So I decided I'll spend a few nights there because I really wasn't in a hurry to get anywhere. I thought, just take it easy. But on the next morning, first morning I was there, the rangers came around and said, listen, you're going to have to leave because we're expecting heavy winds and heavy rains, and you run the risk of trees falling and mud, getting stuck in the mud. So I had to take off. So I had a quick look at Wikicamps, and I noticed there was a roadhouse a few kilometers up the road, also on the Calder Highway, and I decided to go and stay there for a couple of nights and see what happens with the weather. After the second day, the weather started to clear up, so I decided to leave and head towards Wedderburn. But I heard that there was a lot of flooding going around in the area, a lot of towns cut off, so I decided to call a local caravan park there, and I rang the guy, and he said, sorry mate, nobody's coming in and nobody's getting out, they're all flooded. So I had to make a change of plan. I then decided to head to Bendigo and see if I can find a campsite anywhere around there, but unfortunately turns out all the campsites that I normally use were closed. Then I decided to ring a couple of motels, and man, they really know how to stick you, when you're really desperate. Just too much money to spend, like 5 days or whatever there. So, forgot that plan. I have a mate who has a cabin up in Echuca, so I thought I'd ring him and see if I can stay there for a few days until things subside a bit and I can carry on with my journey. He was very cool about it. He said, yeah, no problem. Thanks, Shane. So I headed up that way. There was a lot of detours heading towards Bendigo. I couldn't just go up the normal way, and so it took me longer than I thought to get there. But there's a lot of water over the roads, a lot of roads closed, some bridges washed, damaged. So yeah, it took me a while to get there. I spent the Friday night there, and then the next morning, just after I had some breakfast, I got a message on my Vic Emergency app, and it said they're expecting flooding in Echuca, and I've got a what's it called, watch and act. So I did that. I mean, not much to watch. I've got a couple of videos of the water levels. And then about 3 o'clock the afternoon, one of the ladies that works in the office came around and said, I have to evacuate. We have to evacuate the park. Well, I had to quickly, lift some of his more valuable items, like his television and his stereo and, a few other things up higher. Like, put the TV on the top bunk and his electric bike on the top bunk and some stuff on tables. And made sure everything was secure, and then, I left. lot of damage occurring with this rains we've been having all over Victoria and New South Wales, and of course a lot of you will know it's even in Melbourne. I really feel for these people that were affected. I was talking to one of the other campers, and he was telling me his mate's son has got a farm, a stud farm, just outside of Rochester, and he lost everything. He lost his house, he even lost his stock, all his stud horses. Really sad. So let's hope these people can recover, and let's hope we don't have any big storms like this for at least until next year. But I don't really think so, because I'm hearing other news about that. They're talking about much more storms, a wet summer. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and share, and I'll talk to you next time. Cheers.